Hey everybody, it's Barber back with another video. Today we are talking about the California Barber Exam. All right, the California Barber Exam. And so I wanted to give a big update here on what's going on with the California Barber Exam because the videos that I made in the past about what is on the written exam, how to pass the barber exam, uh, California has actually changed something pretty significant. So I wanted to make sure that I give you that information because I want to do my due diligence, make sure I'm giving you all the most updated information as possible. And so to reference my last video that talks about what is on the written exam, it was really about the NIC, right? The NIC candidate information bulletins, right? They're an organization that partners with a bunch of state boards across the US, and those state boards choose to offer the NIC's exam or to not. California recently has changed their partnership. They're no longer partnering with the NIC, and they've actually updated their exam information on their website. So I just wanted to cover that just so if you are a barber in California and you're getting ready to take the exam, you have all the most updated information possible. If you are not in California, always want to do your due diligence to check to see if the NIC is partnering with your state. And if they are, then that last video that I posted is still relevant to you. You still want to be referencing the NIC's candidate information bulletin to help you prep for your exam. Today, we're talking about California, though, which is where I live. And so let's get into it. Here, we're at barbercosmo.ca.gov. This is going to be California's State Board of Barbering's homepage. And right here up at the top banner, updated exam information. Go ahead and click on that. And this is going to give you, right, all the most up-to-date information here. You always want to be checking these, right? You watch my videos, they might be a few months old. Always want to make sure you check your state board's website for the most up-to-date information. I do not make videos for every single state, but if you've paid attention to the comments, if you have a question about the state that you live in, I am more than happy to do a quick research for you and get you a link to the most relevant information for your state. So just wanted to mention that. But right here in California, there's some big updates actually that have happened. So if you live here in the state, you know that January 1st, California actually does no longer require the practical exam. It's kind of a big deal. It caused a lot of controversy. When I took my test, I had to take the practical exam and the written exam. Some people aren't too happy about this. This video is not about that. But what is happening is the written exam is the only exam that you have to prepare for moving forward. And so that's kind of, a big update there. The other big update they made is they've actually given you more questions that you have to take. So the test before was only 60 questions. Now it's going to be 85, and 10 of them are pre-test, which is actually a total of 95 questions. You now have 2 hours to complete it as opposed to the hour and a half that was before. Now, the new partnership that California has gone through with, or should I say, they're just no longer partnering with the NIC. They're now offering what they're calling the California Candidate Information Bulletin. And it's really in partnership with PSI, but let's just get into what you need to know in order to pass. So go ahead and click on this link. It's going to take you to what they call, right, the Candidate Information Bulletin, and you'll see this PSI. And you're actually going to get this in the mail. So when you actually get your testing, your exam date, they're going to mail this to you, and this is actually part of that information. And so here, you're just going to want to scroll down, and well, I'll scroll down for you. You just flip to the page. But this is going to be the new updated outline that you need to study. So it gives it pretty clear to you. There's 95 questions, 85 of them are scored, 10 of them are pre-test. I explained this in my last video. That basically means that 10 of them, they don't really count, right? And what they're doing is they're kind of maybe have an idea for a test exam question that they might want to become a scoring question. Now, the thing is, you don't really know what the pre-test questions are. And so you'll just see 95 questions you have to answer. You want to answer all of them. But that's what it means is there's 10 of them that are pre-test that you don't really know which ones they are. But anyways, that's what that means. Now, passing score is going to be a 75%. And so 64, I want to say, divided by 85, that is your 75%. So have in your mind that you can miss 85, right, minus 64. You can miss 21 questions. Okay. Now, I know the test is out of 95, but just trust me on this one. You only want to miss, you can't miss 22 questions. You can only miss 21 questions. So, why I like to mention that is because when you're taking your test, you what's nice, and it explains this in this information bulletin, you can actually like flag a question and then come back to it. And so if you go through, take your test one time, if you flag the questions that you're a little unsure about, you go back a second time and then you can revisit those. Now the goal here really is, if I've flagged 21 questions or less, then hypothetically I could miss all of those and still pass. And so when you're going through and you use that flag feature, if you have less than 21, or I would just kind of take a deep breath and be like, all right, I'm cool. Like I can hypothetically miss all these and still be in good shape. So that kind of gives you like a nice little cushion, just kind of mental kind of preparation so that we're actually in the exam. I love these outlines. It tells you exactly what you need to study, right? The topics are right here. It tells you the weight, how many percentage of the questions will actually be in each of these sections. And scroll down. If you're wondering what textbook you should be using, you need to be using either the Pivot Point textbook or the Milady Standard barbering textbook. These are actually the same two textbooks that the NIC uses. So this should be the textbook that your barber school gave you, or the apprenticeship. Like you should already have these. They're pretty standard, but you want to use these two or just one of those textbooks really to prepare. Now, I've covered this in my last videos if you watch them, but main thing here is just stay focused on all of these topics, because this is what they're going to test you on. So kind of work your way through each one, check them off, make your flashcards, assigned to these different topics, and you should be in good shape. Now, we've actually seen a increase in the pass rate. At one point in time when I was teaching my workshops, I was seeing more of around a 50% pass rate for the written exam. We've actually seen that climb up to about like 70-75% recently, which is great. I think that might be partly because since there's no more practical exam, everyone is just focusing all their attention here on the written exam. And so maybe that ended up being a good thing for pass rates. But make sure you really focus on this. Again, they're going to send it to you in the mail. So you'll have a paper copy of it. If for whatever reason you threw it away, I hope you didn't. But if you did, you can come to the website just like I showed you, and you can, just go ahead and download this even to your computer if you'd like. You just pull it up on your phone or print it back out at school. But make sure that you pay attention to these topics, because this is what you're going to be tested on. All right. If you have any questions at all about anything that I covered, please feel free to comment. I do my best to try to reply to all the comments that I see. Hope this video has been helpful for you, and you're going to go get your license. I know you are. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.